Hello friends, welcome to French's video. I'm Frances Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin'Up, and today it's Stamp 101 on how to do three-step stamping. I know it's a two-step stamping, but really this is three-step stamping the baby bear. So I'm going to show you how to do it with three color, and then I'm going to show it how to do it with one color. So let's get started. In your stamp set, you're going to see the image that you get 1, 2, 3. So if you look here, you get the 3, the 2, and here is the 1. You can start with the 3 or the 1. For this one, I like to start with the 1. Sometimes I prefer to start with the detail one and go the other way. But this one, I follow the direction. Sometimes I don't follow direction. So we're going to start with 1. And the color choice today, and we're going to finish this card as we go. The color choice today, we're going to use Crumb Cake, Soft Suede, and Chocolate Chip. So that's the three color that we're going to use. It should go this way. That's the three color we're going to use for the three-step with three color. So we're going to start with the lightest going to the darkest. So I'm going to open all the ink pad here. And because it's a photopolymer, I like to use the paper piercer foam pad under. So let me remove this. I got different color there. So I'm going to bring a piece of scrap white paper over here. And we're going to start with number 1. Okay, one thing that I'm going to tell you before I start. If you look at this blue image, you see I get discoloration there. Well, that means my stamp pad itself was too juicy, and it made kind of the hair bubble and the wet. If that's the case, a lot of time when you're going to stamp your other layers, it won't show. But if it show a lot, what I recommend to do is take tissue paper or paper towel and just dab your ink pad a bit. Especially if it's a brand new ink pad, or if you just re-ink it and you put too much ink, that could happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp, look, I get something dirty there. I'm going to start with the crumb cake. Like I said, this is step 1. And 2 can depends on the humidity. And right now I'm in Texas, so I get some bubbles look like. I won't worry about it because when I'm going to put the other color, it's going to be good. Now I'm going to go with step 2. I want to make sure this was the 2, it's more fill. For this one, the way that I like to line it up, I like to line it up in the bottom and just pay a little bit attention to the ears, not much. And this is challenge because the camera, it's in the way. Let me move just a little bit so I can see. So I go by the bottom. That for me match the best, and then I just make sure my head is straight, it's not sideways this way. So I just make sure the bottom it's covered, and then my head lined up on the top, and then go down. Look how the perfect image. So the tip is the bottom, really. I'm going to show you the difference. See, this one I went too high, so it don't line up. So the best way I can tell you for the 3-step, it's make sure you go with the bottom there. Now over here, that's step number 3, and that's the one with more detail. And if you're wondering why my ink, not my ink, but my stamp is kind of a pink discoloration, photopolymer going to stamp. Some people are going to stamp in Versamark first, the first time, you know, when your stamp it's clean, and then go in the other ink. For me, it's always forget that. So I live with stain photopolymer. Okay, now I'm going to come back here, and again, I match my bottom. It sounds funny, but that's what it is. I like to go at the bottom there and line it up. And see, I get the perfect line up stamp. So you want to line right here at the bottom. Just make sure your head it's not tilted a bit, because I did one, I didn't pay attention to the top. So that's how I do my three-step stamping. Now what we're gonna do, I cannot believe I don't have my scissors there. I'm just going to cut that quick, and I'm going to show you how I done with just one color. So if you do just one color, all in one color, first thing I'm going to wash my stamp because we're going to start fresh. I don't have to wash the last one. So I'm going to wash step 2. And then I'm going to wash step 1. So, okay, let's say you just get one color. So, we're going to use chocolate chip. You want to start with a color that you can decrease. So, I'm going to use chocolate chip. I'm going to stamp 1 and 2, and then the year. So, that would be the lightest. Okay, now I'm going to come step 2. I'm going to ink this, and this time I'm going to use my scrap paper here, just stamp off once, and then line this up. Here we go. You see the different tone. And now I'm going to come with the number 1. That one we will not stamp off. So the first one you stamp off twice and then on your paper. The second one you stamp off once, then on your paper. And this last one is just, it's direct. I just cannot see on top of the camera. I think I got it. Perfect. So now you can see all the different color in it. I think you can see good there. So that's how you would do it with one color. You don't have to have just a bear and the brown. You can use many colors, but that's how I done it. And it's the same with my bow that I done. The bow, I use the new color, the Flirty Flamingo, and the I start with the number 1, and again on those one you get the number. You see number 2, number 1. The number 1 is the bowl image. So I'm going to start with the number 1, and then this one here I would have to stamp there and then here. So that's really the one we would be using. Now I would take the number 2. So the lightest color first, and then you keep on going. And then I'm going to go. My poor camera in the way. I don't know if I got it there. Oh, I smear a bit, but that wouldn't matter because I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to show you closer. See, I rubbed my stamp, but that don't matter because I'm going to cut it out. So now, while I show you this, I really like the one in all chocolate chip. I mean, he is way cute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to cut. I know this video was Stamping 101 for, what it's called. Okay, I just lost my bear. I don't want to use the chocolate chip. I wanted to use the other one. Oh, here he is. Stamping 101 for 3-step, but I'm going to show you again. I know I show it in many videos. I might as well show it again. When it cut, it's called fussy cutting. That means we don't have a die for it or a punch. What you do, less that you move the scissor, the better it is. And I pretty much move my paper more than I move my scissors. So move the paper more and just close the scissors as you move the paper. And a lot of people, I think, we tend to cut right on the line. Go outside the line. Even if you see some white, that is okay. Even if you use a punch or if you use a framelit, usually we get a little border of the color of the cardstock. Now, if that don't please you, I'm going to show you how to fix that a bit here. And then I'm going to show you how I done the the beach card there, how I did, if you notice, one of the bear is tilted. I had showed that at one of my live events. So you see it didn't take long to cut. Usually I don't cut the inside there, but here we go. See here I get the 2 white spots, and I thought, oh, I can cut that. See the center? It is cut. You can see, I don't want to see my... See, that's not good. I need a color cardstock that you can see. Oh, I can show it in the back of the... See, that is cut. You see the blue in the back. How did I cut that? And so I take my paper snip. Be careful not to poke your finger in the back. Just poke a hole and just snip that here. It looked complicated, but really it's not, because you get enough space to work it. So, see? But that it's not a must, it's just that I wanted to do it. So if you don't want to cut the inside, that's okay. Some people are going to see that is way too many fussy cutting. Don't worry, you don't have to cut that part. If I do one, well then I pretty much have to do 2, right? And then over here. Now I'm going to show you how to... the outside of the bear. What you can do when you do fussy cut, if you don't like the color showing. So this one, the light color was in Crumb Cake, our first step. So I would take my Crumb Cake, take a sponge dauber, and go softly. And that's going to take that white line away. So that's how I done it. So it's no, I mean, you can cover a lot of your bow-boos to when you cut and you use the dauber like this. And see this one, you can see even more. I did a bigger border. So you just take this and sponge a bit around. You don't want to go on top like this. You want to go on the side and just... whatever, do the motion on the side. Voila. Now for the beach card, what I use, it's that lovely paper, the 6x6 paper, the scenery one. I got it right here. So this is the pack of paper. It's called Serene Scenery. I absolutely love this paper. So you get the sky, you get the faux bokeh, here's more sky, and both of print are nice on each side. This I did a card too with that. Here's the beach that we're using. Here's like a wood palette, a fabric, the wood, that's like a beach wood thing. So it is just the leaves with the sun coming through, the dandelion. So I absolutely love. I'm going to show you the one I did with the wheat there. So this is the one with the wheat, and you have to cut a bottom piece. So because this is 6x6, and to put it on top of a card, I like to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. So if you want your card this way, you're going to cut this at 4 and then 5 1/4. So you get a piece in the bottom. And when that was laying on my desk, I'm like, wait a minute, I can take that and I just cut this here, fray this a bit, and now you see the bear look like they're sitting in the grass. But today they're at the beach. So to have, you see, the little girl get her head tilted. So to have the girl tilted, what you're going to do, it's take one of the bear, cut the face, don't scream, I'm going to fix him up. Poor little bear. So the first one you want to do, it's take the, I call her the girl because she's going to be in the back with the bow. And then we're going to use a snail. I like to use snail to glue her. And the reason why I like to use snail, you can reposition that sometime. So I'm going to sit her up, tilt it just a little bit. Now take her head. Add a little piece here that I don't like. Here we go. So the head, you're going to tilt it that she's looking at the boyfriend. And even if you see a little bit on the side, it look funky there, don't worry about that. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see. See here, she looked like it's not really attached to the, because I really tilted, it's not attached to her shoulder or whatever. Don't worry about that. Because what we're going to do, we're going to take the boyfriend here. And the boyfriend going to get put up with dimensional. So he's going to be raised up a little bit. Here we go. And then I'm going to put the boyfriend right here beside her. Now we're going to take the bow. And the bow, I like to use glue dots. Just put one there. And one there. And then we're going to take this and go in the back there. And look, it cover all that neck thing that I didn't like. It cover all that. And then what I done, I used the same stamp set in the baby bear. I'm using Inland Indigo. And I stamped the thank you in the sky here. Oh, upside down. So I just stamped the thank you. And then the next step, I didn't bring a crumb cake, but we're going to finish the other inside. So in the inside here, what I like to do, I like to use the number 2. So let's find, here it is, number 2. No, I like to use number 1. Number 3, the one with more detail. I'm going to clean that because we had used chocolate chip. I don't want to use chocolate chip. I'm going to use crumb cake. So it's crumb cake on crumb cake. I'm going to stamp that right there. So again, this here would be step number 3. I don't have my foam under, so you don't have that deep impression either. Okay, so after I get that, and you can stamp off too. If you think it's too dark, you can stamp off. So I get thank you, and then I get very much. So I'm going to take the very much. And one thing I should tell you, as it dry, it gets lighter. So before you think, oh, this is not good, it's too dark or whatever, let it dry, because as the ink dry, it's going to get lighter. Because first when I did my first bear, I thought, oh, it's not working good. Well, as it dry, it go good. So now I get thank you on the outside, and here I'm going to put very much. Voila, my friend. So I think I would stamp off first. This one, it's darker. I had different one here. I think they're right here. The one that I had done. Yeah. So you see these one are a little bit lighter. And really it can be because it's not dry though yet. So we're going to let it dry. And so that's how to do the 3-step stamping, and then the fussy cut and do the bear. So it's a little bit more than Stamping 101, but the more the merrier, right? So thank you so much for joining me, and for all your Stampin' Up product, visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. And if you're not a subscriber, you get the subscribe button right below, so then you can be the first to get my notification when I download a video. And then if you like the video, thumbs up. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day, my friends.